that smells good. Fragrance review. Paco Robane Invictus. The myth, the legend. This fragrance is hated by so many people because it's got this like chemically sweetness. It smells like a bunch of chemicals. People describe it, some people call it bubblegum, bubblegummy sweetness. I don't get that at all, bro. And I'll tell you right now, there are so many clones of this fragrance. Hold on a second. It is cloned to death, and it's not even really that good. So I don't know, and it's not even that expensive either. So I don't know why it's cloned so often. I think it's just because it's such a popular scent, or it was a popular scent. People still buy it. People still wear it. It's still a pretty good seller. It's not a top seller anymore, but it certainly isn't bad, okay? It is the epitome of a modern fragrance, okay? Modern fragrances have this, like, cloying sweetness, right? They're all this, like, super sweet, aroma chemically, fucking window cleaner tartness that is in a lot of fragrances now. There's so many of them, dude. I'm not even gonna list. I can list a couple, sure. Some of these new blue fragrances coming out. Versace Dylan Blue smells a little bit like that. Any of the like diesel fragrances. Jean Paul Gaultier, some of them. Yeah, just a lot of them, dude. Anyways, this cloying, disgusting sweetness. Even in like something like Versace Eros, which is very sweet and seductive, but also blast in your face sweetness. That's Invictus. Okay? Invictus. Now, the flankers of Invictus is where things get interesting, but we're not talking about that today. Base Invictus, okay, smells like Fabuloso with a modern fragrance touch. A little bit of aromatics to lift it up. And then in the base, you have woods that give it a like solid base to sit all of those aromatics in. Top notes are going to be these artificial C notes. Disgusting. Grapefruit and mandarin orange give it that tartness that I was talking about. Jasmine. Yeah, the mid is pretty much just jasmine and I think, what is it? Bay leaf, sage, something like that. Yeah, and the base, like I said, Gaiac woods, oak moss, patchouli, things like that. Invictus, man. Now, this is supposed to be a woody aquatic fragrance, but I wouldn't recommend this over Cool Water. So I don't know why you would. And to be honest, if this is aquatic, you're pushing the limits of like a fresh aqua. When I say aquatic, I think of a freshie. So we're thinking of like lemon, grapefruit, mandarin, sure, but not like Ambrox and ambergris maybe even, but not like this tart sweetness, like a sweet tart. That's a great way to describe it. A sweet tart being a candy that you can buy in the United States, very powdery, very sour, very unique in its taste. This is not very unique anymore. It used to be, but yeah, it's just fucking. It's too tart and sour and sweet, and it's just not a candy that anyone wants. When I got sweet tarts when I was a kid in Halloween, I would throw that shit in the trash, or I would try to trade them off, like a whole bunch of them, for something good like a Snickers. Yeah, and Paco Robane Invictus is not even that expensive anymore. Like, I think you can pick up a bottle of this for like 50, 60 bucks. Paco Robane has released a lot of great fragrances very recently, so I don't recommend that anyone pick this up unless they were a fan of it in the past. If you brought this to the club, I don't believe that you would get as many compliments as you would as if you pick something that has a bigger compliment factor, like Versace Eros, or something like Dior Sauvage, or something fresher. Because even within the category of woody aquatics, I believe that Dior Sauvage Eau De Toilette fits that category better than this, just because it doesn't smell so damn tart. At least Dior Sauvage smells fresh, you know? It's got this like lavender to it that makes it smell quite nice, and the ambroxan and the aromatics are blended better together. Invictus is, I know it's supposed to be a clubbing scent, but yeah, I mean, I feel like if you wore this to the club, you would just make someone feel sick to their stomach. It's so artificial. There's no natural juiciness to this. So, I don't like Invictus, clearly. Now, I want to review Paco Robane Invictus Aqua, because a lot of people have talked about how Invictus Aqua is the best thing in the world. Bro, you gotta try Invictus Aqua. Oh my god, you gotta try this clone of Invictus Aqua. Oh my god, try Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Oh my god, Versace Hawas, right? So, it's not worth a try, right? I gotta try the original Paco Robane Invictus, maybe even the 2016 batch. I'll try to review that on my channel. I am looking to pick up a bottle of Versace Hawas, just because Versace is coming out with some bomb fragrances. But yeah, as far as the original Invictus, it's a no-go for me. And I don't recommend any of you pick it up, because there are better clubbing scents out there now. Even modern, like, stuff that's come out in the last 3 years is better than Paco Robane Invictus. And I do know it is a bestseller, and it's everywhere. You can pick it up almost any store. But it's just not... It's almost like a joke. Like, people look back at Invictus like, bro, remember how fucking sweet, tart, artificial Invictus is? And every modern fragrance has a little bit of inspiration from it. Like, if you smell some of the YSL L'Homme flankers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This, like, fucking nasty tartness that is, like, supposed to give it, like, a modern touch. That comes from Invictus, and too many fragrance houses were inspired by the success of Invictus. Too much to realize that they're ruining all the fragrances that they're coming out with today. Anyways, that's my rant. Paco Robane Invictus, don't recommend.